Well, speaking of #1 contenders and also a certain former contender, which was Rayne from last week, but a new contender approach. As again, we also talked about the previous match last week. Um, Last week it was definitely huge for this for Rebecca. She became the #1 contender for the women's championship back in Philadelphia. Last week it was again off camera, but she did earn a #1 contendership, and it took down a pretty good solid match against Yinya, another upstart newcomer joined the roster. She made her debut this last year and last season, so she's now approaching her second season here. Same for Rebecca too. Rebecca definitely has been a tremendous force, and she's been outstanding for the past few months, and now approaching her second season here. It's going to be a little bit more difficult as this sophomore could be pretty useful. She has been on the roster before, but not full time, only like a part time on the roster. But meanwhile, I guess these two, of course, trying to just Rayne trying to redeem herself. She did redeem herself a little bit, but she needs to get some more redemption here as she's trying to get back to the back. After that loss, after that women's title match hangover / qualified match to determine the captain for the team. And of course, Rayne letting her team down and getting blamed for it from Kaigen and a newcomer Anna in this mix. Meanwhile, Lucas and Ness, so of course Rayne getting punished, and of course she'll be punished if she forced the match against Lucas and Ness, who have also been very quiet on the Land of Extreme. They've been silent, but they have been super dominant for ever since when they first showed up on here. But Lucas and Ness, they're definitely looking forward, and they're definitely looking forward to redeeming themselves after their downfall on Raw a few years back. Now let's see what they can do here. Let's see because Rebecca's this is only just a way to see what Rebecca can do. Lucas got updated too, by the way. Lucas, especially Lucas, trying to get an opportunity right now. So try to get tag team gold for him. As I also spoke to Lucas earlier today, he says he looks forward to his opportunity if he beats other different teams here. These couple weeks, then he has an opportunity to go out to the tag team gold. Big combination with Lucas right now. Some huge updates for them. So Lucas, as you can see, he doesn't do that much often. PK Starstorm. A little bit of miniature PK Starstorm, and Rayne and Rebecca just absolutely get decimated in round 1. And right now, Lucas and Ness pick up some good paces right now. And this new Lucas has been awesome. And look at that. Also, Ness, same thing. Ness also got updated too. So these Earthbound boys are looking really stronger than ever since the last time we saw them. Looks like a PK Flash there. As I think Ness Todd doesn't have PK Flash from Lucas. Rayne right now, pretty pissed off. Big super fist combo there. Big blood cutter. Big blood cutter blade. Another big blood cutter blade off the bat. Rebecca making this happen in round 2. PK Flash. This is gonna be close now. Rayne down. Rebecca and Ness. Rebecca with a big fire punch uppercut knocks down Ness, and she picks it up beautifully in round 2, barely. And yes, we're going around another round 3. What are the odds of this happening right now on Land of Extreme? We don't see much round 3s that often. Usually like 2 zeros. Good lord, man, this has been fire so far for the last few this week. PK Starstorm connected beautifully. Rayne going for a blood cover's counter from the PK Starstorm. This is gonna be it for Rayne and Rebecca. I'm afraid this will be a little too late here. But a good effort though. Rayne blocking as hard as she could, teching it, but she can't make it in time as the PK Starstorm connects. And the Earthbound boys bring it back hard in round 3, and they're back. Earthbound boys are back on ECW, and they pick it up 2-1 over Rebecca, and also 1/6 of Bad Girls Club's Rayne. And she does another loss for Rayne, and she's been struggling so far. Now, like I said, she's been whining, complaining, and crying about it. Of course, after losing her match to Kenichi once again for the title, also losing her spot to become the captain of my team. But you win some, you lose some, Rayne. Can't win every time.